Hey team, welcome back to the channel. I'm Chou and I'm here to help you live a richer life. Now if you read the title of the video, you might be thinking, now Frank, I thought you told us that you were here to help us be smarter with our finances. So what's going on with all these credit cards? Well, in this video, I want to talk a little bit about credit cards and dispel some of the myths around credit cards being totally evil, and talk to you about what credit cards I have, which ones I actually carry with me on a day-to-day basis, what credit card I plan on getting next, and how I think that will benefit me, and what you can do to put money back in your pocket by using credit cards. If this sounds interesting, make sure to drop a like on the video and hit that subscribe button. That being said, let's jump right into it. Alright, now many finance pundits are going to tell you that credit cards are the devil, you got to stay away from them completely, that they're going to just throw your financial life into chaos. And that can be true. If you aren't able to stay focused and disciplined with credit cards, they can easily get a hold of you and get you into a debt trap. So if you feel like it's something that might be dangerous for you, totally understand and avoid them. Dave Ramsey says always avoid them. But you know, there are other ways of approaching this, and some credit cards have some really amazing perks that can help you save money, as well as some massive sign-up bonuses that can help send you on vacation, put money back in your pocket, or help you offset the cost of a really big purchase. So I want to talk to you about the credit cards that I have first. So I currently have 16 credit cards with a credit limit of about $160,000, and I have one that I just applied for that is coming in the mail right now that will be the topic of one of our next videos, and it has about a $15,000 limit. So all in all, total credit limit of $175,000, which is kind of crazy. The banks are saying I could spend up to that and they're totally okay with it. I'm not okay with it. I don't spend to that. I don't spend even a fraction of that. I pay off my credit card each month, as should you, to not incur the massive interest charges. But these credit cards are tools, and that's the thing I want you to always understand when it comes to credit cards. It's a tool for you to use, but if misused, it can really wreak havoc on your life. So let me talk about the credit cards that I have. So here I've got a stack of 10 credit cards that I don't carry with me on a regular basis, that I've had for various reasons over time. So what are they? Well, I've got the Wells Fargo CashWise card, which I got because it had a $200 bonus with a $1,000 spend in the first 3 months, which was really easy to hit. I have a bank account with Wells Fargo, or have had one in the past. And Wells Fargo, while they have a really bad reputation, the programs they have on the credit cards can actually be pretty good. So it's one that I have and have used, no annual fee, so I just keep it in my wallet on my desk for my backup credit cards. The next credit card I have is from my credit union. It's the very first one I got. So with Mountain America Credit Union in Utah. I got it when I was just right out of college, and I've kept it not because it really offers anything great, but it's the longest credit card I've had. I've had it for over a decade, and you want to maintain a long credit history, and that's really important to the credit bureaus in calculating your credit score. That's the only reason I've kept it. I only use it maybe once a year for like a piece of candy or something cheap at the gas station, and it has no annual fee, so I keep it open for that reason. Likewise, I have another credit card with a credit union also in Utah when I went to school there, for that very same reason. Opened shortly after the other one, no annual fee, so I just keep it open because it keeps that long credit history. Those are two of my longest credit cards. Now next I have the Sears Shop Your Way credit card, which I know you're probably thinking, why the heck does anybody have a Sears credit card? But I used to work for Sears. I got it because they had a really good deal at the time, and when I was working there, I could get some pretty special discounts on things. For example, I got a queen size comforter for $15 there. That was a really nice one as I was going back to college. So things like that it was good for. But I use this one a lot. It's surprising. They try and pump a lot of volume into this card, and so they're constantly offering 0%. So I combine that 0% with using Plastic, PLASTIQ.com, and I'll link that below, which is a website that lets you pay certain types of bills with a credit card. You can use this for rewards and other special benefits. This Shop Your Way card, it gives you 0% interest on these purchases. And then on top of that, I'll use Plastic, and I'll use it to pay the mortgage on my rental property. So then I can spread it out at 0% for the 12 months, and then I get the rewards, and they're often running cyclical promotions, and so I only use it at these times where they offer 10% cash back on any purchase over X amount. And so if I'm paying a $1,200 mortgage on the credit card and I get 10% back, I get $120 back, and that fully offsets the fee for using the Plastic service, and I still get $70 to $80 back in my pocket. So that's a really powerful one. Nobody talks about it because it's not really a big or important card for Citi, and certainly Sears is kind of in the tank right now. But that one has really been beneficial for me. Next, I have the Barclay Arrival card. I had the Arrival Plus because it had a big sign-up bonus, and I think it still does, like 50 or 60,000 miles. I've since downgraded it and kept it, so it has no annual fee now, so I only keep it for that. They have some really good balance transfer offers every once in a while, so I used that. I talked in a previous video when we took my wife's student loans and we put it onto a credit card with a 0% balance transfer. That's the one that I used, was the Arrival card. Next, I have just the regular Wells Fargo Rewards credit card. This was one of the first credit cards I got as well, and so just like the credit union ones, I've only kept it because there's no annual fee. And it is one that I can use once in a while, but it keeps that nice long credit history going for me. Hilton Honors credit card. I got this with American Express. I got a really big, at the time, I think it was 120,000 Hilton points, which was right before we got married. It was enough to cover our hotel for our honeymoon the entire time we were gone. We were there for 4 nights in Anaheim, and it covered all 4 nights at the hotel. And all it required was $2,000 of spend. I do a lot of spend on the credit cards just because so many of my bills can be paid with credit card, and getting the rewards is really beneficial, and especially these big sign-up bonuses. So if you can have the discipline and tracking, and if you're very on top of it, you can really get a lot of benefit from it. I've gotten over $5,000 worth of travel alone off of the credit cards that I've done this churning method, and you can check it out on Reddit and learn about churning, r/churning, and there's whole forums dedicated to it, and it's really been beneficial. I've gotten to go a lot of places just off of credit card reward points. I've been to Japan, the Philippines, back and forth to Texas and California, and all over. And so it's something that you should consider if you have the financial discipline, because it really can benefit you. And there's a lot of great channels on YouTube dedicated solely to credit cards. This channel is not only credit cards, but I do want to talk about it because it's important. But if you check out like Credit Shifu, great content there, and it'll really help you learn more. American Express. So I'll talk this one, and then I'll get back to American Express again because I'm a huge Amex fan, and there's a lot of benefits to the programs they offer. But I just have the plain Amex every day. It had a pretty solid sign-up bonus. I think it was 20,000 membership reward points for $1,000 of spend with no annual fee. And so I've had this one for several years now for that very reason, no annual fee, but it lets me keep membership rewards points going even if I have another card I want to cycle out of, like the gold card I got and then canceled, but by keeping this one open, I didn't lose any of my points. One really cool thing, so I've told you about Rakuten before, and I made a video about it. Rakuten will let you sign up and get the bonuses and then all your cash back with membership reward points with American Express if you have a credit card that is compatible. This is awesome because membership reward points typically have a value of 1.5 or 2 cents per point versus some of the other credit cards, depending on how you redeem them for travel and where you transfer them. So it's really a great program if you educate yourself about what's out there. That's it for the credit cards that I don't carry with me on a day-to-day basis. So now let's talk what's in my wallet. So if you look at my wallet here, this is TJ Maxx Special or Ross. I think it's Ross actually. I spent $8 on this crappy little card wallet that used to have a money clip on it, but I yanked it off because it broke. In my regular day-to-day wallet, I carry 6 credit cards with me and my debit card. And so I want to talk to you about what they are and why I carry them and why I think that they're good ones. Chase debit card. If I need cash for any reason, I have it right there. I've got my American Express green card. The green card is very good for dining, and that's the only reason why I really carry it with me on a day-to-day basis. Anytime you eat out, you get 3 times membership reward points, which is much better than the Platinum card. And the Platinum card is the other one that carries with me all the time, Amex-wise. The Platinum card, the reason I carry it with me is not so much for day-to-day use because the rewards are terrible for day-to-day. You only get 1 point, but it's for the lounges when I travel. I have to make sure I have it with me so I have access to the Amex lounges because they're amazing and they're so much better than the other lounges out there. This card is really great for travel. It's basically just for travel. You get 5 times points when you book the travel, and that really adds up and can be really beneficial with the American Express portal and then redeeming membership reward points. Smith's 123 Rewards MasterCard. The reason that I keep the Smith's card on me really is just because it has the barcode for my Smith's membership, so when I'm in the checkout line I can scan the barcode on the back of the card. I use this one fairly infrequently, but it's a MasterCard and all my other cards are either Visa or Amex, and so there's some places that don't take Amex, and I even one time encountered a place that didn't take Visa either, and so because of that I've had to keep the MasterCard with me just in case, so that I have something to be able to pay in the event that something goes wrong and I'm at a place that doesn't take either Visa or American Express. So now let's talk Bank of America. I've got quite a bit with Bank of America. So as far as banking goes, I have open accounts with US Bank, Chase, and Bank of America. And a friend of mine actually really turned me on to Bank of America. I know that in the past, there's people who have kind of poo-pooed Bank of America in general, but they've got some really good stuff. And so I run Chou Consulting, as you see from my logo down in the bottom corner of the video. And so with that, I've got my my business card is through Bank of America. It says Frank Chou, Chou Consulting. This is there for me to be able to earn points on my business purchases, and then I can segregate the business from my personal expenses. And it also had a really good sign-up bonus at the time for travel points when I opened it and made a certain amount of purchases so that I could redeem those for some of the travel I was doing for business. Now let me talk about the 2 credit cards that really don't get enough attention, in my opinion, that I think are tremendously powerful and I use a ton. So this is the Bank of America Premium Rewards and Cash Rewards. I love using these 2 and using them in combination with the Bank of America Preferred Rewards program. This program is really awesome. When you have assets with Bank of America, they have tiered additional rewards that will stack on top of what you already get and multiply the rewards that you get from them. I carry both of these because the Cash Rewards gets 3 points per dollar on gas, and then because of the tier I'm in with the reward program, I get an extra 75% on top of that. So 3 points times 1.75. So I'm getting over 5 points, over 5 cents a dollar back on gas. So that's awesome. I love that. That's the only reason I really carry this one. It also, though, does wholesale clubs like Costco and Sam's. It does 2 points there, and then times that by the 1.75, that 75% bonus. So that's really great for that cash rewards card. And then on other day-to-day purchases, the Premier Rewards card here, which this one actually does carry an annual fee of $95, but this one does 1.5 on everything, and then times that by the 1.75. So I'm really getting like 2.25 or so on it, and that's a great rate. It's better than like your Citi Double Cash or any of those other ones. So it's, if I don't want to have to think about anything, I can just pull it out and swipe it and not worry, because I know it's going to be a good rate. And it's easy to redeem. That's the thing I love about the Bank of America program, is their points redeem very easily, and the portal's very nice. So how do you get into the preferred rewards program? Well, it depends on how much you carry with Bank of America. You can either get 25, 50, or 75% rewards, depending on what your balance is in your combined Bank of America account portfolio. The reason why I'm in the highest tier is because I've taken previous 401ks from prior employers and I've rolled them all over to Bank of America. And by doing that, between that and my checking account, it's gotten me to the point where I'm over that threshold. And so now I'm able to earn those rewards. And it's not just those, there's additional rewards as well. Now, I know I mentioned on the Premium Rewards card here that it does have an annual fee of $95, but that gets offset every year by a $100 credit. So that one's really good for incidental airline fees. And you also get every 4 years a TSA PreCheck or global entry credit. Now, I don't have enough time to go back and talk through all the rewards and all of the annual fees. I don't keep a lot of annual fee credit cards. I only have the 2 Amex cards and the Bank of America one that have annual fees. But all of those offset with rewards based on travel and different preferences that I personally have. I always get at least the fee back, usually quite a bit more. And so those are the ones that I like to carry. Let me know in the comments below what credit cards you carry and what ones you might be thinking of carrying. And so that being said, now I want to introduce you briefly to what one of our next videos is going to be about and give you an introduction to how I'm going to get free travel for my wife over the next 1.5 to 2 years. So Southwest Airlines has just upped the sign-up bonus for their credit card through Chase. Now you can get up to 80,000 points as a sign-up bonus over the first few months of having the card. You get the biggest chunk from hitting a smaller spend, but as you hit your bigger spend, you're going to get the rest of that chunk of points. So I'll detail that all in the next video. But the whole reason I'm doing it is to get to that threshold to get the Southwest Companion Pass. When you get that, for the rest of the calendar year and the entire following year, you get a companion to fly with you free. You just pay the taxes and fees, which is awesome. So that's what I'm trying to do as we get through the pandemic here and travel opens back up. We've been cooped up. We really want to get places, and so that's going to help get us there. So when that card arrives, I'll make sure to have that video for you where I'll unbox the card, I'll talk the benefits, I'll talk the companion pass, and you'll see why number 17 is going to be the one that I start using for all my purchases until we get to that companion pass level. So here's a few tips around credit cards, especially if you're a beginner in this process. What I always recommend here is don't worry so much about the interest rate if you're going to take this approach. And the reason why is you're always going to pay the credit card off at your billing cycle. Let me say that one more time because it's so important. You're always going to pay off your credit card at the end of the billing cycle. So once you get your bill, pay it in full. If you do this, the interest rate doesn't matter because you're treating it more like a charge card than a credit card. So you're putting charges on it, you're paying them off. You're never carrying your balance beyond your billing cycle. So first things first, always do that. Then, if you're going to try and do the points game, you probably, as a beginner, want to find a credit card that is very simple and has straightforward rewards that are not too difficult to manage. That's where something like the Citi Double Cash or the Capital One Quicksilver card might be good because they have a higher reward rate without having to worry about special categories or anything like that. But as you get more advanced, then you can really start looking at the category specifics and planning which credit cards that you use depending on the situation. And that's where you can really generate a lot of value. So this is why I carry that cash rewards card with a high rate at Sam's and Costco and gas, in addition to the premium rewards card, which is a little bit more generic as far as the earning categories. So I can always kind of time those purchases. And depending on where I'm at with my membership rewards balance, maybe I'll throw in that green card if I'm dining out. And then when I'm planning a big trip or anything, then I always try and push that more towards that platinum card. It's really starting simple and then building up. Interest rate, not as important as long as you're paying it off in full. If you don't pay your credit card off in full, of course that interest rate's very important. But in this whole mindset that we're talking about, where you're churning credit cards or you're trying to earn points, you always have to keep that balance paid off. There's a lot of great providers. Chase, American Express, Bank of America, those in my opinion are really your three best bets. You know, most forums and websites are going to recommend you go either the Amex or Chase route. So if you found this video helpful, please subscribe, join the team. I look forward to having you here. Please let me know in the comments what I can do to help you with your financial life. If you have any questions about credit cards that I can help answer, put the comment down there below and I will respond to anybody who asks a question. Thank you for joining. I'll see you next time.